Yeah, I'm going to start show I'm going.
From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritz. Our guest this week is Impulsive Hearts. They're a band out of Chicago blending elements of garage and surf rock into their unique sound, sad surf, as the band likes to call it. Their latest album is Fit for the Apocalypse. We'll hear some songs from that recorded live at WNIJ, and also a few studio tracks from the band's records. We'll also talk with band members and hear about how they formed their current lineup.
I held up a sign that said, "I'm a drummer, I need a band."
No way, at Riot Fest?
Yeah, and Riot Fest posted the picture. Daniel was one of the first people to message me.
Impulsive Hearts this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
Stop crying.
You're listening to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, joined by Impulsive Hearts this hour. The garage rock project was originally started by guitarist and vocalist Danielle Saenz, who joined up with Adele Nicholas on lead guitar, Rachel Farinella on drums, and Shannon Candy rounding out the rhythm section on bass. This hour we'll hear them recorded live in Studio A, and also a few tracks from their albums. I'll also talk with them later on about the band and their music, but first, this is I Wanna Be Gone. It's Impulsive Hearts this hour, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
Yeah, I'm going to start show I'm going to stop crying all the time. Yeah, I'm going to stop second guessing and then give about you every single night. It is how, yeah, it is how. Got to tell them, woo, woo, yeah, I'm going to stop crying. Sure, I'm going to stop sobbing all the time. Yeah, I'm going to stop second guessing and then think about you every single time. It is how, yeah, it is wanna be the one I love. Yeah, wait and see the one I love. Wanna be the one I love. Wait and see the one I I'm gonna get real fit for the apocalypse. I'm gonna stay in bed, I'm gonna raise the dead. We're gonna
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Impulsive Hearts playing live here in the studio with us, and I'm joined by the band. Thanks so much for coming out to DeKalb today, everyone, playing for us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thanks for having us.
So the band is based in Chicago? Is that
Yep.
correct?
We're all from different places, and we all ended up here. And Rachel, I'm trying to remember, you joined the band in 2021?
21,
Yeah. So, but she moved from St. Louis, and I'm originally from Michigan. So, yeah, Chicago is home base.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but Danielle, you started this project?
Yes, it started as like me in my little studio bedroom recording, getting stuff off of my chest and trying really to learn GarageBand and like learn the drum loops and all that sort of stuff. And then I started begging people to play with me. So
Nice.
that's how the band started.
Replaced the drum loops
Yeah,
with real drummers?
Yeah, with
Okay.
Craigslist people and then with friends. So,
Excellent. And how long has this lineup been together then? Tell us how this lineup
Well,
got
funny.
together.
well, Shannon is not normally in our band, but we've known each other now for like
Over
a
a
decade,
decade, yeah.
something like that. And she's great and in the music scene, and can play bass. So she's filling in today. But normally we have Max Cohen on bass too, and she's in a great local band called Noiseland. And we've been this since, now 2022. Does that seem right?
Sounds
I think
right.
everything after the pandemic is a little wavy and like not time's kind of relevant. But yeah, for the last couple of years now, it's been this, and it's
Awesome.
great. Yeah.
And did you all meet then kind of just through the Chicago music scene, crossing paths,
Yeah.
different bands and things like that?
Adele and I think first met when we both played a show together, and Shannon, I remember us meeting at like a meetup or something, I think for the first, I don't
Oh,
remember.
maybe. I thought we played Coles together.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I feel like our first real conversation was like at some like Chicago
Oh.
Ladies in Tune.
Yes, that's right.
Awful.
It was like, yeah,
short-lived.
like
Yeah, short-lived.
a woman networking music thing.
Yeah. And yeah, you said something about the rentals, and I was like, yes, we're friends now. Like, it's like the immediate.
Ladies in Tune, you said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Rachel and I met because Rachel attended Riot Fest, and you should tell this story because it's awesome.
I needed a band. I
Yeah.
held up a sign that said, "I'm a drummer. I need a band."
No way, at Riot Fest?
Yeah, and Riot Fest posted the picture. Danielle was one of the first people to message me. I got a lot of messages, but hers stood out because I love the music so much. So it was an easy choice.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
fun. But thanks, Riot Fest.
Right?
That's a great tactic.
Yeah.
It worked.
Great-
Yeah,
great
I got a lot
idea.
of friends out of it.
Yeah. I've tried to
Wow.
pitch this story to Riot Fest, but they have not yet replied. So
Yeah, they should have you guys
I know.
there.
Just have
come
us
on.
open.
Yeah, wow. So out of all those responses, though, Impulsive Hearts and Danielle's music kind of broke
Absolutely.
through to you?
I'm obsessed with Danielle's music. It's like she's always in my top Spotify every year. Well, we are, but it's not for me, I promise.
Before we talk about some of your music, I want to go back even further into your songwriting history. Danielle, when did you develop a love for music and songwriting?
Apparently, I just went through a big box of childhood stuff at my parents' place, and there's like a cute little baby book, and it's like, Danielle is 3 and loves to sit at the piano and sing. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I don't know, I guess a long time. I remember, we were talking about this a little bit before, but like, I remember writing terrible like 8-year-old songs like about friendship and dinosaurs and stuff like that. So I feel like I've kind of always gravitated that way. But I don't know, playing them out and in a band is like such a different experience than just like in your room or in front of a piano. So
Yeah, so when you were working on those first songs and you mentioned you were kind of learning, GarageBand and how to use the software and everything, had you been in a band before that, or was that your first time?
I was in a band in college, and it was kind of my ex-boyfriend and some like guys that I met that, I don't know, it was a weird time, but yeah, we played. That was my first real band experience, but I was actually playing keys at the time and singing, so I didn't really start playing guitar live until Chicago, because playing a keyboard, I don't know, it's just so cumbersome. It takes so much to set up. It felt like every like 4 gigs it broke, and I was just like, I can't afford this maintenance. But yeah, I don't know. I've always this is the way that I feel like I creatively express myself. And even though when I look back at some of the early stuff, I was like, some of this stuff that I found, I was like, all of this is going in the garbage. This is terrible. But there's early signs of that. So yeah, forever, I guess.
Yeah, on your Bandcamp, you have all your music people can check out on streaming services, but then I definitely encourage to go over to the Bandcamp. Also, you've got a ton of merch and then all the albums over there, and it was really cool to hear your evolution and growth throughout the records. Because on the first, like the song you played today, "Save Yourself," and you mentioned, I think you said in the studio, I could play the song in my sleep.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That one you have on your first record, but it's totally different than this newest release on the remastered version of that song. So it's really cool to hear that evolution, growth of that song throughout the years.
Yeah, that was Brian Fox, who recorded our last 2 albums too. During the pandemic, I'm really glad that I gave it to him, but he took all of the original like GarageBand files and was able to go through them, comb through. I mean, he like deeply knows me now. It's like bizarre, but was able to like go through and be like, wow, you recorded like 60 vocal tracks here, and like maybe what if we had 4? Like what would it be like to have it sound a little different? But yeah, he pulled apart and kind of put it back together in a way that was really cool. And then the computer that I was using with all of that just like died, and so I don't really have those files anymore. So they now,
just in time.
Yeah, they now exist kind of only as this.
Wow.
It's the end of the story that you used to know. It's the feelings you have
Impulsive Hearts, Save Yourself, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. Find that song on the band's album Sorry in the Summer. They just released a remastered version of that this year. You can find it on streaming services and on Bandcamp. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more from Impulsive Hearts and their live recording with us in Studio A, and more from my talk with band members. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
Yeah, I'm done. Sister,
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with Impulsive Hearts. Joining us this week, we're hearing the band recorded live in Studio A, and you can check out behind-the-scenes video from the performance over on WNIJ.org. Coming up, we'll hear a few more live ones, and also a couple studio tracks from their albums, their latest record, Fit for the Apocalypse, and their newly remastered Sorry in the Summer. We'll hear some of those coming up, but first, back to the live recording with Impulsive Hearts. This is MDB, and you're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
I stay up all night. I stay up all night. It's true. I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep when I'm next to you. In
That was Impulsive Hearts performing Mess live in WNIJ's Studio A, and that is from the band's latest record, Fit for the Apocalypse. I'm joined here with Impulsive Hearts. Let's talk about this new album now, so Fit for the Apocalypse. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it was, I don't know, we recorded it, it felt like forever. We were recording it like 2022 and mixing it all of 2022, 2023, it feels like. And then I don't know, there are like a bunch of songs that I feel like I kind of wrote a handful of them during the pandemic. And so that's sort of the apocalypse. In my mind, I said apocalypse. I wrote them during the pandemic. But like I started kind of thinking about the end of the world a lot during that time. I'm sure it was on everybody's mind. Mm-hmm. And just kind of like what I would do. And so that song is more about like, I don't know, running towards the chaos and like falling in love, opposed to being like, well, I guess I'll just, I don't know, something dark, whatever. So, and then there's like a lot of kind of like breakup-y sort of songs and like friendship. It's really a song about me ending a friendship too. And so a lot of those songs feel like a breakup, but it's like a friendship breakup, but it feels the same. So there's like a fair amount of sad. I don't know. It's a good mix of sad. And Blacked You Back is, I wrote that during when we were recording Cry All the Time, and that had been kicking around for a while because it was just like a fun, angry song that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
We'll hear the album version of that one in the show here too. But one you played live, you did the title track from that live here today, Fit for the Apocalypse, and you mentioned so it's a little bit about embracing the apocalypse, it sounds like.
I actually, so I record a lot of the demos currently, like on my phone. And when I was going through them, like I heard the original one that I think you said it sounded so desperate. Adele was like, it was like so sad. But yeah, like I would just kind of, I don't know, walking around my house and like singing weird stuff that would come into my head, and that like, kind of like gonna get real fit for the apocalypse, and then getting really kind of like Tori Amos-y, like in the higher registers. And then when we recorded it, anytime I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Tori Amos, I'm like, you have to pull it back a little. Like that's the line for me. No shade, love her, but that's when I've gone too far.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is your writing process, does it look like that a lot, where you'll be just around the house kind of singing to yourself and then a song starts forming?
Yeah, I guess I don't realize how long these songs are in my head until I go back to these demos, but like stuff that we're going to be working on the next record, I've had in my head now since like 2021, things like that. So it's wild. But yeah, little melodies. I usually kind of write a vocal melody and I don't really know what the lyrics are, and they're usually wrong and weird first, and then as I figure out what chords I'm singing, I find them on the guitar in chaotic ways. Usually with a capo and being like, is this the chord? What is this? I don't know. This could be it, but until I find it, I don't know. Or in front of a piano. I tend to write a lot of stuff either like singer-songwriter straight up on a guitar, or like take a really long time and try and figure out what keys on an actual keyboard I'm playing. But
So you will still write on piano
Oh,
too,
yeah.
just like when you were a little kid?
All the time. Yeah, all the time. I can't get away from it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And about the production of the album, Fit for the Apocalypse, tell us a little bit about that recording process. Did you go into a studio for that?
Yeah. So for this one, we did one day at Jam Deck and kind of did all of the drums, and like we had fiddle and violin and kind of all that sort of stuff. So all the more delicate instruments. And then we went to kind of like a rough and tumble studio that we did all of like guitars and all of the vocals and kind of backing stuff. So it took a real long time. It doesn't need to take as long as it takes. And I'm getting better at like letting some of the perfectionism in me go. But yeah, so we recorded probably for about a year and then mixed it for probably like a year. So this next round, I really want to speed things up and not be so crazy. It's time. But yeah, I personally like recording and kind of living in the record like better than I like playing live. Like I could live in the studio. This is what happens is like I could live in a studio all day and just like sing and play stuff. So yeah, I love it there. It's it's kind of like it's my own therapy, I think.
We're talking with Impulsive Hearts this hour on Sessions from Studio A, and we still have more great music to come. Let's hear a track off of their latest album, Fit for the Apocalypse. This one is the opening song of the record. It's called Blocked You Back. It's Impulsive Hearts this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
When you leave, it's in the morning, and you leave without a warning. When I am out of love with you, when you go, you say you miss me, but you never seem to get me. So I leave, don't know what to do. You leave, and I'm still in love with you. And you leave, and I don't know what to do. When you say you'd like me back, I wanna go on the attack. I'll leave, 'cause I don't know what to do. You always say that you'll try harder, but you never seem to bother. So I don't know what to do. I leave, but I'm still in love with you. And I leave 'cause I don't know what to do. And I leave, but I'm still in love with you. And I leave 'cause I don't know what to do. And I leave, but I'm still in love with you. And I leave 'cause I don't know what to do. And I leave 'cause I'm still in love with you. And I leave 'cause I'm in love with you.
Blocked You Back, Impulsive Hearts on Sessions from Studio A. Find that song and more on their latest record, Fit for the Apocalypse, out on streaming services and on Bandcamp. Stay tuned, we'll hear a few more from that record coming up next, and from the band's newly remastered album, Sorry in the Summer. That's coming up. It's Impulsive Hearts on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with Impulsive Hearts. Let's get right back into the music with one from their newly remastered album, Sorry in the Summer. Find the album out on streaming services and available for purchase and download over on their Bandcamp page. This is the title track of the album. It's Sorry in the Summer by Impulsive Hearts on Sessions from Studio A.
I
you have a really big sound on the records too. You mentioned layering vocals. There's lots of layered guitars.
Yes.
There's even some saxophone in
There
there,
is,
which
yeah,
I love.
yeah.
Shout out to your saxophone player.
Yeah.
I was wondering just how you came to the sound, if you had any influences or things you liked. Tell us a little bit about finding your sound.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really didn't have anything in mind when I started. I just kind of like found what I liked and what kind of felt good when I was recording. And I don't know, I definitely like grew up listening like Beatles, Stones, all that sort of stuff. But like for this, I don't know, it was more like, I feel like Dum Dum Girls, but I didn't even know Dum Dum Girls when I started. Like somebody referenced Dum Dum Girls when they heard a demo and was like, oh, you would like this. So I don't even know. Like it was sort of just kind of the bedroom. And I don't know, I just gravitate a little bit more to like the rich kind of reverb sort of stuff.
I'm curious about everyone else too, when you joined the band and kind of adding your own influence in also. Tell us a little bit about what that was like when you kind of first joined up with Danielle here.
I've been in bands since I was in like 8th grade, so it's been a lot of different things. Before I left St. Louis, I was in a punk band. And then I came here and I so desperately wanted a band. I didn't really care what I was getting into, but this is absolutely my vibe. So like because I love it so much, I get to like perform, without having to focus too much on the music because I'm immersed in it. So yeah.
Yeah, so and Shannon, you mentioned you're kind of filling in for today.
I'm a hired gun today. I've grown so much since I joined the band.
Do you normally play like rock style?
I play a
or?
lot of punky stuff, a lot of like almost Riot Girl kind of stuff. If you have to put it in a box, usually I play guitar, so sort of bassist proxy guitar.
Gotcha. Cool. And Adele, what about you? What was it like first joining up with Danielle here?
So I was like always following Danielle around. I went to a million of her shows after we met. And then eventually I just like knew her music so well that she'd be like, oh, like come on stage, sing some harmonies with me. And so I just basically wormed my way into her life and have been there ever since.
Yeah.
And for a while I was like, oh, I'm like an ad hoc member of Impulsive Hearts. Like whenever called upon, I will play. And now I'm, fully integrated in the band.
My husband was like, you're in the band. No. Yeah.
Well, where's the best place people can go to follow you, to keep up with new music and future dates and shows coming up?
I'm most active, I would say, on Instagram, which is impulsive_hearts. And I try my best to put everything there. Facebook is sometimes regularly updated. And then I don't really mess around with any other thing. I think Bandcamp has the shows on the side sometimes too. So that's by design. But yeah, I would say Instagram's the best.
Excellent. And people can find you again on streaming services and music over on Bandcamp. You can buy an album over there as well. Impulsive Hearts, thanks so much for coming out to Studio A and playing for us today.
Yay.
Great show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Knew you were the true illuminator. I was driving down the highway, going 91. Weren't you saying you wanted to have some fun? We got 15 miles till we get to Smashville. And I've been picturing this cabin on a hill. 'Cause I think I'm scared. I think I'm blue. I think I wanted to fail at all the stupid things we do. I think you're bored, but baby I'm too. You got me crawling on my knees, crawling after you. We were driving down the highway, going 53. I got shot in the back by the jacuzzi. You should sing to me, baby, sing all night long. Just promise that you'll always sing along. 'Cause I think you're scared. You tell me you're blue. I think I wanted to try all the stupid things we do. I think you're drunk, but baby I'm too. You got me crawling on my knees, crawling after you. I think you're bored, but baby I'm too. I think you wanted to fail at all the stupid things we do. I think you're scared. You tell me you're blue. You got me crawling on my knees, crawling after you. You got me crawling on my knees, crawling after you. You got me crawling on my knees, crawling after you.
Impulsive Hearts on Sessions from Studio A. That was Crawlin' For You from their latest record, Fit for the Apocalypse. You can find that and more from the band on streaming services and on their Bandcamp page. Thanks so much to Impulsive Hearts for joining us and to you for listening in. The band is Danielle Signs on guitar and lead vocals, Shannon Candy on bass, Adele Nicholas on lead guitar, and Rachel Farinella on drums. You can follow the band on social media at Impulsive Hearts on Facebook and Instagram, and head over to WNIJ.org and our YouTube channel to find a behind-the-scenes video from the performance in Studio A. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios by myself, Spencer Tritt, along with Mike Lundgren. Production intern is Oliver Wolf. Thanks so much for listening in this week, and I'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.